Do not underestimate the power of consistency in this season. Small obediences will unlock big outcomes. Quiet faith will move loud obstacles. Staying faithful when it feels ordinary will protect you from falling when things become extraordinary. Michael does not just fight sudden wars, he guards long journeys. There may still be moments of resistance, but they will no longer control you. They will remind you how far you have come. Fear may knock, but it will not enter. Doubt may whisper, but it will not decide. You have learned how to stand, and that knowledge cannot be taken from you. Now receive this final truth for this part of your journey. God did not protect you just to preserve you, He protected you to position you. What you carry is meant to bless others, to bring clarity, to restore hope, to point back to God. And the same heaven that guarded your process will back your obedience going forward. So walk carefully, but confidently. Speak truth, but with love. Move forward, but in prayer. Archangel Michael is still assigned, not because you are in danger, but because what you are stepping into matters. Heaven does not invest this level of protection without eternal purpose. You are no longer just surviving God's plan. You are participating in it. And the authority you carry now is proof that the battle you endured was never wasted. Now comes the phase where responsibility replaces rescue. This is important for you to understand. God does not bring you this far just to keep you comfortable, He brings you this far to make you effective. Archangel Michael does not only defend people who are weak, he empowers people who are ready. And readiness is not about perfection, it is about surrender. The reason your season changed is because your spirit matured. You are no longer reacting, you are discerning. You are no longer begging, you are believing. You are no longer running from the fight, you are standing with authority. This is why you must be careful now. Not fearful, but aware. When God elevates you, the enemy changes strategy. He stops attacking openly and starts testing subtly. Pride will try to sound like confidence. Distraction will try to look like opportunity. Compromise will try to feel harmless. But discernment is your shield now. Michael guards those who walk in humility and obedience, not those who move ahead of God. Stay aligned. Stay grounded. Stay teachable. You will notice that people respond to you differently. Some will be inspired, some will be uncomfortable, some will distance themselves. Do not take it personally. Light always reveals what darkness prefers to hide. Your growth will confront what others avoid. And that is not your burden to fix. Your assignment is not to convince, it is to obey. Heaven handles the rest. Understand this clearly, the authority you carry now was earned in private battles. That is why it feels quiet. That is why there was no applause. God was shaping your character when no one was watching. Michael was guarding you while your roots were growing deep. And now that growth is beginning to show above the surface, this is where purpose becomes action. You will feel a pull to pray differently, to speak carefully, to choose wisely, to walk intentionally. That is not pressure, that is calling. God is positioning you to influence without forcing, to lead with. And when blessings begin to appear, remember this lesson: stay humble, stay grateful, stay obedient. Elevation without gratitude creates distance from God, but gratitude keeps heaven close. Michael stands with those who honor God not only in crisis, but in calm. Not only in prayer, but in obedience. As you move forward, expect divine order. Expect clarity in decisions. Expect peace in relationships. Expect favor that feels natural, not forced. God is not rushing you into the future, He is walking you into it with stability. What comes next will require wisdom more than speed, faith more than noise, and obedience more than effort. This is your closing reminder and your opening declaration. You are not walking alone. You are not walking unprotected. The same God who assigned Archangel Michael to guard you has already gone ahead of you. What awaits you is not confusion, but confirmation. Not fear, but fulfillment. Not struggle, but strength. So walk forward now with thanksgiving in your heart and confidence in your spirit. The season of battle has produced a season of authority. Heaven has finished its work in you, and now God will work through you. This is your moment to live what you prayed for, to stand in what you believed for, and to move boldly into the future God prepared for you. And as you go, remember this always: when God assigns His strongest angel to protect you, it is because your life carries a purpose strong enough to change everything. Take a moment now and breathe, because this is where gratitude becomes power. This is where you stop surviving and start declaring. Not because everything is finished, but because you finally understand who has been with you the entire time. When you thank God before seeing the full picture, you step into authority. And Archangel Michael responds to authority rooted in faith, not fear. Look back and recognize this truth: you were protected when you didn't know how to protect yourself. You were guided when you didn't know which way to go. You were strengthened when words failed and prayers felt weak. Heaven heard even the quiet faith you carried when you had no strength to speak. Michael stood watch over every step, not to make life easy, but to make sure your purpose remained intact. Now is the time to release what you carried too long. Release the guilt you were never meant to hold. Release the regret that tried to rewrite your story. Release the fear that no longer has permission to speak into your future. Those chapters taught you, but they do not define you. Gratitude closes old doors without bitterness and opens new ones without fear. Declare this over your life now, even if your voice shakes. I am protected. I am guided. I am chosen. I am not late. I am not forgotten. I am walking into alignment with God's will. When you declare truth, heaven agrees. When heaven agrees, resistance loses power. From this point forward, your steps will be steadier. Not because challenges disappear, but because confidence replaces confusion. Wisdom replaces impulse. Peace replaces panic. Michael's presence does not leave when the battle ends, it transitions as you move forward. Protection becomes discernment. Defense becomes direction. Warfare becomes wisdom. You will notice changes in how you respond. What once triggered you will no longer control you. What once distracted you will no longer pull you away. What once exhausted you will no longer define your limits. This is maturity.